in the same manner. The next presentation will be by Mr. Sabyasachi Nayak, who will speak on water scan, the water planning and assessment tool. Over here. Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity. We are already quite late in the evening. I shall not make much additional comments, but if there are any other things required, we shall make a small note of these things. Thank you. Over to the organizers.
Thank you, sir. We are having very good presentation in this session, having 7 papers. Naturally, what the theme of this conference is there, the wastewater management and modeling. So I think this session may be quite helpful for the researchers also and for the end users also. How do we plan for better water management so that will be good for our mankind. And finally, we can conserve water for what the purpose we are working for. So that will be a good asset. And I think some papers what we had just gone through, they might deserve for good publication, and we wish all the best to the resource persons what they have given this lecture.
Thank you, ma'am. Again, I will request Aditya ma'am to present memento to BK Chaucer. Once again, I would request Aditya ma'am to present memento to Pari sir.
To request Dr. Bharat Sharma to take the chair, and also Dr. B.K. Jha. Now we are closing the program. मुझे पता नहीं है कि इसमें कितने हमारे यूनिवर्सिटी के स्टूडेंट बैठे हैं और कितने पार्टिसिपेंट हैं. So that everybody is losing their patience. Now that we have come to the conclusion of the program, and formally this is called Veledictory function. But the way we planned, that we are not able to do that because Secretary Water Resource Department, that he is not coming. And during the inauguration, we invited Secretary Drinking Water Sanitation Department. She didn't come. So let me close this program by our own guest. And I would request Dr. Bharat Sharma to chair this session, then accompanied by Dr. B.K. Jha, and then Dr. Pari, and then I would request Dr. Pratibha Barwade to come on the dais. Dr. Pratibha. During this 2 days conference, almost 50 research papers have been presented. So it's a good number. And I saw that lots of quality research papers have been presented. And I thank all the keynote speakers and the presenters who took active part in the conference. And we have best paper presentation. This is award. We have chosen 1 or 2 participants from each session, and one by one we will call the name, and if you are here, please come and collect the prize. Mr. Ashutosh Tripathi from water treatment, for the water treatment using nanomaterials under the water and wastewater reuse. Not here. S.S. Mali. S.S. Mali has been adjudged Best Paper Presentation Award that under this session, the best practices in agriculture. And I would request Dr. Bharat Sharma to give this award.
Very nice moment.
But this time, next, Savinder Vish. For next award, I would like to request. Okay, fine. We will work with the momentum. No problem. Extremely sorry. तो मैं उसके लिए क्षमा चाहूँगा और आगे that I would like to request Dr. P.K. Padi to read out the recommendations. Dr. Padi.
Good afternoon, everybody. Before we close our session, we would like to read the recommendations. It is suggested that water is a strategic resource and importance of water in all aspects of social and economic development needs to be highlighted. Protection of world's freshwater resource is a key challenge facing today's government. As 1.2 billion people lack access to safe water while 2.5 billion lack basic sanitation. Many participants suggested that need of partnership with industry for integrated water resources management. Some participants emphasized the need for capacity building, participatory decision making, incorporating local knowledge for water management in urban as well as rural areas. Some participants also suggested change in land use pattern, ecological process and water use efficiency to optimally use the available water resources. Some suggested to stop the unsustainable exploitation of water resources for developing water management strategies at regional, national and local levels, and water management requires an integrated approach. Integrated water resources management should be sustainable. Water security and human benefits for unity of water should be protected. Irrigated agriculture is the world's largest user of water. Hence, optimization of irrigated water use efficiency needs to be achieved. Subsidies that inhibit water use efficiency or cause negative effects on the environment should be reduced. For identification of erosion prone areas and implementation of conservation practices for water resources, the prioritization of watershed using remote sensing and GIS technique needs to be adopted. Pollution prevention should be prioritized because it is normally more cost effective than the restoration of polluted water. Treatment of wastewater.
Emeritus Water Resources, Dr. Ajay Singh, Organizing Secretary for this International Conference on Water and Wastewater Management and Modeling 2018, Dr. P.K. Padi, Faculty of CUJ, and distinguished members present in this session, Dr. Julfikar Sir, Chairman, Water Resources, Sri Lanka, and other distinguished guests, Rushia Saab, Dr. Rai Saab, and delegates coming from the different parts of India, research scholars of this university. First of all, I would like to convey this message from my inner core of heart that
especially grants. I owe a lot to all our keynote speakers, that is true. Now I would like to request Dr. Bharat Sharma to give some remarks on our international conference.
Thanks, Ajay and dear colleagues. I am standing here in place of the Vice Chancellor of the University. So kindly treat me like that. Anything. But yes, that's jokes apart. One thing I like most about this conference, the title was International Conference, and when I first received the invitation and other kind of things from Dr. Ajay Singh, it had all the elements of any good international conference which is being organized at any other place. Only the location or the hall which you once visit over here, you get a slightly different feeling. That's also okay for a young university and a young institute center. But once you are sitting on your desk, you are corresponding with the organizers, you are seeing the program, you are seeing all the participants, etc. It had got all the elements of any international program. The one major thing on which I shall like to congratulate Ajay and all the organizers, on which you can say I have also been a member of the international organizing committee of this one. He organized everything in that way that it had all the elements. You talk about groundwater, you talk about instruments of policy research, you talk about hydrologic modeling, you talk about wastewater, water use in agriculture, and all means any aspect, whatsoever your taste is. Water is such a subject, even from a housewife to a Nobel laureate, everybody can speak on water because he has got every different perception. A housewife will say, I am getting a very poor quality water, no water is coming in my tap, the water is of bad quality. A Nobel laureate will tell you what are the dynamics of how the world is changing, how climate, how glaciers are melting, how water is going over there. So everybody has got his own viewpoint, his own thinking about water, because water is life, we can't sustain about, and he sees water from his own perspective. But once you get all the aspects situated in just 2 days, encapsulated in such a manner that you had some of the best participants you had from AIT Bangkok, and to all the staff, students, the young staff especially, who are, you can say, our next, we have another 5 to 10 years, but you have 70 years or 80 years or 60, 70, so you are in big safe hands, and I think the work which you are doing and the way the conference is done, it's a really great pleasure. Kindly keep on doing your best, and he has done a marvelous work by making you a network. Now you know which person is working in which field. If you want hydrologic modeling, a professor from IGKV, he is there. You want to water scan, another person is there. You want to work on this one, you want to work on agriculture, hydrogeology, Professor Rai is there. You want on agricultural drips and everything, you have the next ICR center over there, you can say you can work over there, or Professor PK Singh is there, other people. So he has networked everybody to you. Depending on your taste, now it's up to you to go to them, write to them, you have their emails, addresses, everything. That's also a big resource in these days. Consider the database which you have, that's also a big resource. So kindly go ahead, can say, make your best efforts and keep the, can say, make the center more vibrant, more. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Now we formally close this program. Thank you very much.
नेशनल लेवल का करा दिया
That is not total class.
बहुत अच्छा आपने काम किया लेके जी हमारा तो ये किया आप ही ग्लोबल आइए
स्टेज पे ही कर लो।
भाई फोटो में एक जन की कमी है जो कल से
एकदम बीच में
₹100 और